Bitcoin is right now breaking down, and this is very bad for Bitcoin because for the first time in over 130 days, we are seeing this critical level of support getting broken down here. So in today's update video, I want to be talking about the criteria of the breakdown. I want to be talking about why we did saw this major correction. I'm going to be talking about the big levels of support, what is about to be happening this week here. I want to be talking about the leverage positions that are currently getting flushed out here and how we're currently standing in this market at this moment of time here. So I'm going to give a big update also on my current ongoing trades. I've set up some very important stop loss levels because yes, we are looking quite bad for Bitcoin right now here. So guys, I need to discuss everything on today's update video. So don't forget to once again slap on that like button back above. 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated, and let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So first of all, why did Bitcoin drop towards the downside? And of course, what is the level where we're currently finding support on? I mean, you can see that I called these levels many times before we even touched it, but this was exactly the level where Bitcoin currently found support, and that is of course at $115,000 level, which was of course major previous resistance before, and now looks to be flipping into support here. But Bitcoin ultimately is dropping ever so slightly towards the downside, since there is more and more uncertainty in the market if we will be getting that rate cut here, because it looks to be after last week's data that inflation is returning towards the US here. And this week is going to be very important with, of course, the Trump-Zelensky meeting that is going to be happening later today. We're going to get the FOMC minutes on Wednesday. And of course, on Thursday, the very important initial jobless claims is definitely going to be having a massive effect on the market. So there's a lot of uncertainty if that rate cut is going to be happening. And this last entire push towards the upside was basically because we were going to get those rate cuts here. And now it looks to be that it is not even 100% sure anymore here. So uncertainty is striking the market and is creating this slight little pullback on Bitcoin and many other assets as well here. We are breaking many of the very important levels of support here. And yeah, we were creating this major rising wedge pattern, and now it is of course breaking this very critical support level. And in my opinion, I see already a lot of people saying, okay, this is bearish. We're going to be breaking down towards the lows of about $70,000. I don't think that is going to be the case here. What I want to be looking at is, of course, this level of support here for Bitcoin. And truly, if we, of course, see a breakdown confirmed below $110,000, then I really think we are indeed going to be dropping much lower from over this point towards lows that, yeah, people are not really expected and that are quite unprecedented. So guys, make sure to pay attention towards these patterns, but we are breaking a critical level of daily support right now here. And that is why I already put some very important measures on all my trades here on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and my altcoins. And that is that on my Bitcoin, Arbitrum, Ondo, and Ethereum trade, I put my stop loss all in profits. So that way I will not lose any of the profits I am currently making. But of course, ultimately, I'm still believing in the market that this is not necessarily a bad time to be fading, especially if we're going to be looking at the real data that whales are aggressively buying Ethereum. And of course, we have these institutions like BitMine, like Sharplink Gaming, that are buying billions of dollars worth of Ethereum every single week here. So I'm ultimately still very excited and see this as an opportunity. But of course, I do also know here, if we are going to be breaking below this green box of support, that this could be a very nasty drop for Bitcoin, especially if uncertainty is going to be increasing in the market. Because all in all, markets are driven by uncertainty or of course by greed here. And now it looks to be that uncertainty is returning ever so slightly. So it's going to be very important about the data that's going to get dropped this week here. So this week is going to be, of course, an absolutely critical week for the entire market, and news is heavily going to be affecting the market. So that is why it is very difficult to exactly predict what Bitcoin is going to be doing. Maybe if we're going to get peace between Ukraine and Russia, we're going to be pumping later today here. So that is why it's very difficult to say exactly what is happening. Bitcoin on the daily time frame is still finding support on that EMA ribbon. And guys, I want you to know here, in this dip here, you can currently get a free $1,000 worth of Ethereum position if you sign up an account using that first link in today's video description to WEX. But more importantly, guys, if you're looking for a good exchange, a reliable exchange here, you can currently get a 25% fee discount, which makes WEX the cheapest exchange of any exchange out there. And yeah, that is only available if you sign up an account using that first link in today's video description. But if you do so, guys, you will be able to trade with a 25% fee rebate on WEX for a lifetime. And yeah, then you're literally trading on the cheapest exchange out there in crypto. So yeah, if you're looking for a reliable and a cheap exchange, check it out in the first link in today's video description. And on top of that, you can claim up to $30,000 in deposit bonuses if you sign up an account using that first link below and go to the rewards hub, and you can see how to claim those bonuses. So definitely make sure to check it out in the first link in today's video description. Further on, I want to be discussing the fact that currently funding rates, especially on Binance, on Bitcoin and on Ethereum, looks to be going negative again here. And this means that the majority of the traders are once again loading up on short positions. And of course, ultimately, that's a very great thing here, because you can see also over here on this chart that Ethereum short positions are loading up massively. And ultimately, the more short positions that are going to get entered in the market, the bigger ultimately the squeeze is going to be, right? So this is very important data that I want to be sharing with you guys out there, because ultimately, yeah, we are seeing a big drop here, but most of the times these big drops are also big opportunities, because all in all, we just seen like Ethereum retest the all-time high, right? We're seeing an ever so slightly rejection. And I think this is just more than normal to be happening here. And of course, I've stated this so many times before here, but we are right now at the last stage of the cycle. And it could be that, of course, the cycle top is going to be already in for Bitcoin. But one thing is for sure, we are very, very close right now towards the cycle top. And I don't want you to ignore this fact here, because in many previous cycles as well, we have also topped out earlier than like exactly the 4-year cycle's telling, because never every single cycle is going to be exactly the same here. So you have to be adaptive here. So important to understand this. Ethereum compared to Bitcoin is still holding on towards support, which is looking very great here. Ultimately, August is so far being one of the strongest months for Ethereum, which is great to see here. And yeah, for Bitcoin as well, guys. I want you to know that the market indeed is getting rejected by that $122,000 level. And if you're looking also at the RSI here, I think truly the Bitcoin top is way closer than most people are thinking. Because if you're also looking at the weekly time frame, you can see, okay, RSI creates lower highs every single time. Price action creates higher highs. Bitcoin is just creating a major bearish divergence, right? So guys, I know most people are so excited. Bitcoin is going to go much higher, blah, blah, blah. But the fact is of the matter, the Bitcoin top is much closer than most people are anticipating, because we are clearly losing strength right now, and we are in a parabolica, and at a certain point the parabolica is going to be ending, and then most people are going to be stressing out here. So I want you to be warned. Bitcoin, it can still be strong here, of course, on the daily, on the weekly, for the coming period, but of course we are very close towards potentially the top on Bitcoin here. So please make sure to pay attention towards this. And don't get fooled this time around here. Don't round trip all your coins just like previous bear markets. At least I've already offloaded a big amount of my positions. And every single time we reach certain of my levels, which is my ultimate target $137,000, I will be, of course, offloading massive positions as well here, even though the market is pumping very heavily, and even though everyone is in greed, right? So yeah, this is just once again a lesson I want you to have. The market top is way closer than you are thinking, but I still think we have some room to grow towards the upside, but it is quite limited. So guys, this is it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, slap on that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.